I just moved to a new place, which means I've got 12 big old boxes of board games that I need to unpacking at place. And I thought this is a great time to share with you my library as it is now, because it's changed so much in a year when we last did this. But also, maybe there's something here that will catch your eye. I will do quick mini reviews of the games that I've played, which is most of them. Those that I haven't, we'll do what we can. I don't know. I can't say much on them. But also, I have limited shelf space, right? This is it. These are the only shelves I have. That goes up one level more, and I will stack games on the top. But I need to decide what games go on the shelves and what games, like party games, things like that, maybe need to go on another shelf, and what needs to go aside for trade. And are you interested in those? Some of them, if you just cover the shipping, I'll be glad to send it to you. So if you're interested in that, then you send me an email to boardgamesfor1@gmail.com. All right, so we're going to open our boxes, but first, this is a sponsored video. This is sponsored by my local game store, Cape Fear Games, and the reason, normally when I do a sponsored video for them, I try to do one every month, then I do it in their store because I like to show you their actual store. That way, if you visit the area, go there. It's pretty cool. But the reason is a lot of these games are actually from Cape Fear Games, which is in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we're going to see by the end. I'm really bad at counting. If you want to help me keep tally, that would be fantastic. I'll note whether I got it at Cape Fear Games or whether, I got it through crowdfunding or whatever I got. So let's open up the big boxes. And also with the Cape Fear Games, I'll put the code up here. If you're interested in getting any of these games online, as long as they have it available online, you can order it and get 10% off as well as free shipping within the continental US if you use the code BoardGamesFor1, all one word. I always put it across the screen, never as fancy as I would like. Let's start with a big box, keep it exciting, see what on earth is going. I've got a lot of boxes off screen, and the camera, hopefully it's okay. Where's my scissors? Hopefully it's okay. I'm using it facing me so I can see where on earth I am. And here we go. Scissors. There's my butt. Where's my scissors? I had scissors right where I can't find them. So whatever. Here. Let's start with you. Oh my goodness. There you go. All right. Ugh. Okay. I just swallowed my coffee. Yay! Here. Okay, so I mentioned if there's one you're interested in. Deadline. Also, this is nice because I can see if there's a glare from the lights. So yeah, lightings, don't worry, I'm going to fix this up like a studio. Okay, so Deadline. This is actually a 2 to something player game. 2 to whatever. You know how long it takes me to find these. I'm not going to bother. Beautiful artwork, though. I tried to sell it at the used game store or at the used game shelves, and it didn't sell. And it may not be the funnest play in the world, but it's still, if you like Lawyer Up, it's exactly like that. So it's pretty cool, and the art is just so good. And the mysteries are fun. The mysteries are fun. You're just going to need time. Give yourself up to 2 hours. If you're interested in it, let me know. Again, just pay shipping. If you want to give me something for the game, I'd be glad to take it, but really shipping's the main thing. Wow. So this has to, man, I love the art. It's got to get traded, though, because I'm not sure. But I'm putting it to the side. If you're interested, then I will sacrifice it for the sake of it being played. Woo! Okay. Lost in the Deep. This is an RPG, a solo RPG where you are going, I think you just need a Jenga tower and dice. And you are traveling through like the Lord of the Rings. It's the Lord of the Rings. You're going through like Moriah or something like that. So I kind of want to keep it because I like these. This is a captive demo. I actually had the full book. This is from Van Ryder Games, their graphic novel Adventures, where it's like a choose-your-own adventure, pretty much, with some level-up mechanics. You actually have a character sheet, level up, and all that. This is the free version. I don't need that anymore. On the back is Sherlock Holmes. It's, whatever. I don't know. Pass it on. Okay. And my Nemesis Lockdown stretch goal series things. I've got Nemesis Lockdown Untold Stories 3, 2, and 1. These add a narrative campaign gameplay to Nemesis. There are typos and even some gameplay errors where I got stuck in a loop, so I can tell that they didn't 100% finish, but they were still so good. I'm holding on to them. I can forgive the typos. The gameplay loop error was a little annoying. Maybe it was just a rules clarification. I forget which book it was in, but I liked it. Oh, hello, puberty. Oh, wait, this is Nemesis 1 and 2. One of these is solo. The other is multiplayer scenarios. And then the Untold Stories #3, Lockdown 1. That's the one I think. One of these I got stuck in a loop. I don't know. But they were still super fun. So those stay. Thank you very much. Do they go on these shelves? No. Okay. They go somewhere. So, library shelf. Whatever. Queen's Necklace. I have never played because it doesn't have a solo mode. I bought it from Noble Knight Games. And I got Deadline from Cape Fear Games. Gotta keep track of this. Gravy Davis. I'm trying to go fast enough. Queen's Necklace is a multiplayer game, 2 to 4 players, and it's just a card game. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I haven't played it, but look at that beautiful art. If you're interested in this, send me an email. You know the spiel. Days of Wonder. Man, it's just that artwork. I don't want to go to the artwork, but if you'll play it, I will do that. Okay. Small game. Grass is Greener. This is a multiplayer party game. So this would go on my multiplayer party game shelf, and I haven't gotten to play it actually with a group yet, and that's largely because groups tend to like to play the games they're familiar with. This is supposed to be super easy to learn, and I should hold on to it because I hear such good things about it, and I do like having people over to play. So I'm going to hold on to it on the party game shelf, which will be whatever, there. Streets. Sir Meeple, super cool dude. Sir Meeple sent this, Tim Colinch sent this to me. Actually, he gifted it to me. So if you're watching this, Tim, thank you. I have not gotten to play it. It does have a 1-player mode. It is 1 to 5 players. With so many newer games knocking this out, I don't think I'm going to get this played. So if you are interested in this, please let me know. I'm putting it on the trade. Hopefully I get to play it, but again, let's be realistic. I enjoy doing other things in life too, as do you. Slapsy Stays. Slapsy is a party game, real simple party game where you slap down, I'm just showing you the back of the box, you slap down like a saying and it'll say something like, meant to go in your mouth, and you have cards in your hand with pictures, and you slam down anything that matches it. Whoever is the first to do it gets the most points and keeps all. Your point is to get rid of all your cards. It's just a fast-paced, slap, slap, slap. Good for parties. So party shelf. We put nothing on the shelf yet. That's all right. We got big boxes coming. These are little bonuses I got from winning a tournament in Mystic Vale, something like that. So they'll go in miscellaneous. Whee! Goodbye. Dune Imperium Uprising, I promised, is coming out of the shrink wrap soon. So I haven't played it. It's going on the shelf. As soon as I finish my Awakened Realms series, there's only one game left, Tainted Grail, and now that I'm moved, I can put that on the table, play it, finish the Awakened Realms series, and then I will start with some of these others that I have promised you to look at. So this goes on a shelf, which I need access to, but for now, we're just going to go like that. I don't know. Anyway, Rurik, Dawn of Kiev looks so interesting to me. This is a full-on Euro that okay, what did I get from Cape Fear Games? Seriously. Grass is Greener, the publisher sent me. Slapsy is from Cape Fear Games. Dune Imperium Uprising is from Cape Fear Games. And Rurik, Dawn of Kiev, is from Cape Fear Games. This I'm also looking forward to featuring as I lean more into Euros now that we finished the Awakened Realms stuff. I can't give you a Stan Kordonsky against Sir Meeple. Tim kind of got me interested in his designs. Excuse me, coffee. And so I am absolutely, this is like, I'm really excited to get this out. That's it. I told you quick reviews. If I haven't played it, I can't say anything. That's life. 1 to 4 players. It has a solo mode. I only have one more copy of Bonnie and Clyde left to send out. If you enjoy war games, historical games, this is a beautiful solo game for you. A little on the heavier side, so like low heavy, I would say, or medium, high, medium, whatever. Solo, you play as Bonnie and Clyde. I've got a video up about it. You're on a road trip. You collect items, stick up stores, and things like that to try to survive all the way to the honeymoon hideout where they get their last night together and then they die. So if you are interested in that, same thing, let me know. I have just one copy. I'm keeping mine. One extra copy left of that. So one of these gets traded. Boom. One of them is mine. That's the one that's mine. That's going to go on the shelf to stay, but it's small. So I got to have like a small games shelf and a party shelf. We're going to have to pause for me to organize. It's crazy. Ugh. Explorers. Actually, I've talked quite good things about this. This is 1 to 5 players or something like that. I think this is good for a group that likes, Wing-Spanish type games, cozy type games, cozy games. And it's nice because it is whiteboard material with your little marker, whiteboard material, where it's like cartographers. You are upside down. You're creating a map based on you flip something, and then you have to mark a spot on the map, and you're trying to create certain designs to gain the most points. I don't love that type of game enough to keep it, so I'm going to put this up for trade. But I would say for flipping rights, this was super cool. But it's gonna trade. All right, the Butterfly Garden was I got Explorers from Cape Fear Games. I got Explorers from Cape Fear Games. I got Bonnie and Clyde from the publisher. I got the Butterfly Garden from PAX Unplugged as part of like I bought it from the guy, the Dr. Finn Games. Yeah, Dr. Finn's Games. This does not have a solo mode, 2 to 5 players. I did find a way to make it solo, but again, it's not like I did so great a job that I'm going to share that because other people can do better. This is beautiful. This is a cozy game. I don't know another word to use. I think it's probably overused, but that's what I'm using. 2 to 5 players where you are collecting butterflies for your garden, and there are different combinations and different ways to catch the butterflies, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. So it is competitive, upside down. I'm going to trade it on because it doesn't have a solo mode. Beautiful though, beautiful if you like sitting down, kind of like Explorers. I think it would go in that category. So if you're interested, same thing, send the email. I will put them up for trade in the used game market as well, but I can only do like 5 a month. Oh my goodness. Okay. Absolute must stay. Stay cool. This has been a huge hit party game. It's very stressful. It is where you need at least 3 people, but you can play with up to however many, 7. 3 is fine. Actually, 3 is totally fine. 3 to 5 is a good sweet spot. You don't have too much. You get a little rest time. I don't know about 6 or 7. But anyway, what you do is one person is a verbal interrogator, one person is being interrogated, one person is the written interrogator. So the oral interrogator asks you a question that you have to answer verbally, like name Madonna's first album. Except it would be general knowledge. Who knows that? Nobody knows that. Like what's the name of the tower in Paris? Eiffel Tower, right? It's something like that. You have to answer it verbally. The other person asks you a question. Let's say it's the same one. It would be different, but they ask, what is something that bounces? The answer is ball. It's always going to be like a 4-letter word, something like that, 3 or 4 letters. But you have dice with letters, and you have to spell it with the dice. You have to do this while a timer's running. It gets more complex as the game continues. It sounds stressful, but we get a lot of laughs out of it. And I've found even competitive people that play this, you're like cheering for the other person. You want them to get it right. So this is a must on the party shelf. Absolute banger. All right, I've been watching too many video game YouTube things because now I'm saying bangers. Duffers. Duffers is cool. This is it's a golf game. You lay out your cards in a golf course, and you sort of like solitaire. It's like a modified form of solitaire where you line your cards up so that you go so many yards or feet or whatever they use to land in the hole. Different types of putts and things. There's a market you can buy from. There's also a solo mode, which does away with the market and all that. It's cool. It's not enough for me to keep. But if you enjoy golf, if you enjoy card solitaire, and you enjoy having like a layout where you're actually trying to tee off, it is fun. It is fun. It's good. But let me know because I will trade that on. There you go. Okay. Leaders of Euphoria is a party game I want to play, 4 to 8 players, where I haven't gotten to play it yet, so I've almost passed it on. I know there's an expansion actually for a solo mode, so I just don't know if I have the party group that will play this, so I don't know. If you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, I'll hold on to it for a little while. Okay, so I will put it in. I'll put it in tradable. I'll put it in tradable for now. Okay. Parks from Keymaster Games came out of the box, so it's not totally. I should hold on to it. Is this? I should actually. I will, because I do have groups that will play this. Again, this falls in that nature serene category. And it does have a solo mode, which I have enjoyed playing. I have not played it multiplayer. I probably won't play it solo ever again, honestly. I would trade it on. But if I'm wondering if maybe people will enjoy this more than Wingspan, I'm not sure. I might try this instead of Wingspan in the future. We'll see. So I thought about trading this on, but I'm going to hold it for group games. For solo, there are other games I'll play. So you can go on the shelf. We're getting there. I have all of my little button shy games. So if you're interested, Battlecrest is a 2-player versus. Numsters is a number game. If you like Sudoku, it's not like Sudoku, but it's numbers. Naturopolis, I honestly did not get to play. And Battlecrest is, that goes together with this. So yeah, that's a 2-player. It's a battle map. You're actually moving around a map, 2 of you like in an arena battling. I enjoyed it. I would almost keep that one, but if you're interested, let me know. The only one I will probably keep is Wild Tales, A Pirate Legacy. I just love it. There's a legacy game that's this small, and it was cute. I love the artwork. So I will potentially keep Wild Tales, but if you're interested in any of those or the whole pack, then do let me know. Okay. Exploding Kittens. I got 2-player, but honestly, I find it silly. It is fun for 2, but I'll just get the multiplayer one. It's a great game to have because kids can play it. It's super easy, super fast, so should be a keeper. I'll keep the 2-player till I get the big game version. Love Letter. I really enjoy it. It can get a little. I found others don't seem to get as excited as I do about it, but I find it's a light social deduction game where you have 2 cards in hand and you play one of them and it has some effect that makes another character do something, like you have to reveal if you have a guard. There are ways to eliminate, so there's player elimination. So anyway, you have 2 cards. You play one, and then the other one you keep. So you always have 1 card in hand. And your goal is to be the last person in the game with a card in hand. So you're playing something to try to get somebody out of the game. And they can do the same to you. And you can kind of deduce who has what by what they've played, because you know exactly how many cards there are, how many of each type. Like there's this many guards, this many princesses, this many queens, kings, whatever. And it's laid out for everyone to see, so you know what's played, so you can start deducing. I liked it. Jabba's Palace or something like that is the Star Wars version of it, which adds some extra elements. I didn't enjoy it as much. I actually like the original more, even though it has extra stuff. I'll hold on to both for now. I only need one. If you're interested in the Star Wars one, let me know, please. Okay, but I will put that there, and I'll put that for trade. Okay. All right. Let's do something big. Expeditions. I have started the rulebook. I've unboxed it, so I will be able to tell you something about this. This is a sequel to Scythe. It takes place in the Scythe world. Looking forward to it in my Euro series. It is absolutely staying. When I say Euro, if it's not a Euro, one, forgive me. I'm sorry, and correct me in the comments as to what they are, because I do like to learn. It's almost like, to me, there are Euros and non-Euros, and that's kind of how I divide things in my brain. If you can teach me otherwise, I would appreciate it. That's fine. But also some forgiveness. I call myself Board Gaming Every Dude for a reason. I don't pretend to be an expert on this. Y'all are. I just enjoy sharing things with you and teaching. I am a teacher, so I can teach. But beyond that, we're going to be all right. Detective, City of Angels, I've talked about enough. Oh my goodness, what came from Cape Fear Games? Okay, Expeditions came from Cape Fear Games. Parks came from Target. When I was going on a Target run there, I was trying to show like what you can get from Target if you don't have a board game store nearby, and all that fun. Which, by the way, I drive 2 hours to get to Cape Fear Games, but it's worth it for me. It's fun. Exploding Kittens 2-player is probably from, I think it's from Cape Fear Games. Yeah, it is. Stay Cool was from Cape Fear Games as well. Love Letter was from Barnes and Noble, I believe. Okay, I think that's it for those, right? I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. I got Detective Smoke and Mirrors, the expansion, as well as Bullets Over Hollywood. I just got rid of the box to condense. I got both these from Cape Fear Games, and this is a detective game, a deduction game. It's an expansion, so I'm going to loop this together with Detective City of Angels, which I'll pull out in a moment. I have all the expansions. Van Ryder Games, my favorite detective game, because you're actually on a board moving your detective from 2 different locations where you can examine environments, interrogate suspects. When you're playing solo, then you have an AI opponent that is trying to feed you lies and things like that. You have a script book that you flip through to find out whether what kind of answer you got, whether you got lies or truth. And I found that it actually follows hunches really well. Like if you follow your detective hunches, you'll do well. And if you don't, you will not. So it's super cool. You can only play each case once. Base game comes with 10 cases, and then each expansion has like 3, 4, something like that. And you're looking at 1-2 hours per case. But then you can replay it multiplayer, where it is one versus many. One of you is the chisel, where you're basically the game master, and the rest are the detectives working semi-cooperatively, competing to solve it first. Super cool. Absolutely keeper. Absolutely love those. Okay, now let's look at On Mars. This is my favorite heavy Euro still to this day. This is Vital Lacerda, and I wouldn't say I'm in love with Vital Lacerda's games, actually. Escape Plan I played, whatever, and same thing with, I played, now the Gallerist was cool, but I only played it on Tabletopia, so I would need to play it on a board. I wasn't like in love with it, but I would play it with anyone any other time. Solo, probably not. I played the other that I just wasn't really into. There was Escape Plan, and Kanban EV, people love. Solo, it's considered the best. I just didn't enjoy it. Thematically, art-wise, I was miserable. I love On Mars. It is heavy. The solo mode is somewhat broken, so you can play with it. It's just that the opponent doesn't always make like the wisest choices. There's some randomness that doesn't always make sense. But it's where you're building a colony on Mars somewhat cooperatively. You and your opponents are working together to build it up, but you want to be the one contributing the most. This is a heavy game. It's a heavy learn. Beautiful art. Ian O'Toole. Man, I love this game. This is from Cape Fear Games as well. This is one of the earliest games I got, and it actually got me obsessed with board gaming. It was one of them. But anyway, you almost have to buy the expansion if you want a solo mode that's a little simpler. I'm still fine. I played with the base game solo mode, and I'm happy with it. But I know a lot of heavy gamers are not, and that's okay. So that's fine. Oh, my foot. Old. Okay, this big box is almost, hey, hello. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Little boxes and the big box. Spyfall 1, Spyfall 2. Spyfall 2 just allows you to play with more players, that's all. So this is a social deduction game where it's a keeper for me. Party games, I got one of these from, I got these from Noble Knight Games. That's where I got it. Anyway, these it's just a social deduction game. One of you is a spy, or 2 if you have this one, if you're playing with the larger. So you only need this one. This just makes it for more people. Where if you are the spy, you're trying to guess the location of where you are. If you are the agents, you know the location, but you don't know who the spy is. So you ask each other questions to try to find out who the spy is, and the spy asks questions trying to find out where the location is without giving away whether you're an agent or a spy. This has been a huge success for party nights with kids, families, the whole shabam. Absolute banger. I like that word. we're going to keep rolling with it. Oh my god. This is the game that got me into board gaming, the hobby, Rococo. I saw an Instagram from probably Three Little Meeples, something like that. And I saw the pictures, and I was like, what on earth is that? What a work of art. Made me want to play board games. I played several before I could afford to get this. I got this from Cape Fear Games. They special ordered it for me. They have it in stock now. I know that in the store. This is the deluxe edition with the coins. It's a lot of money. This is a midweight euro. It's like the quintessential midweight from what I'm told. This has been a hit multiplayer. Multiplayer between this and Obsession, I've had better results with Rococo. I love it. I'll play it solo any day, every day, all day. You are a fabric maker, tailor person making garments for King Louis the whatever of France in the 16th century or something like that. You gather materials to make garments, rent the garments to send to the grand ball, and whoever has the best representation wins. You can hire musicians and add jewelry. There's a couple expansions in here. This is my gem work of art. If one of these had to go, On Mars would go first. All right. Lots of little games. I'm going to go through these fast. So I have the Fight in a Box series from my dear buddy, Seppi Yoon. Really love these guys. These are 3 little games. One of them is solo mode, Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber. I have a video about it. These I got from their website, the Fight in a Box website, actually. So this one is like, it has so many different solo modes. There's like a maze, and you're turning cards to try to get the mouse out of the maze. You're also solving a mystery. There's also a puzzle. Watch the video. And then Hedgehog Hop is multiplayer, quick little game where you are trying to match cards in certain orders during a Hedgehog Hop, their dance, where their dance moves gather you points, and certain dance moves combo better together with others. Super cute. There we go. Squirrel or Die, I've had some success with. Multiplayer, this is like a flip over memories type of game, memory placement, where you have a field in front of you laid out by cards. There are some death cards in there, and then there are food cards. You want to get the food cards for points. There are some cards with special abilities. You don't want to get the bomb cards. If you get 2 or 3 of those, something like that, then you die. And you want to be the last man standing. Expansion for Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber. Expansion for Hedgehog Hop. Small little games. Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is a keeper for me. If you're interested in Squirrel or Die, I would like to keep. I'm going to keep them. I think they're little gems. Okay. Fill in the game is basically like us. I got this at PAX no, not at PAX. It's at Origins. Got to meet the designer dude. So thank you. It was good fun. This is basically Quelf, where you have these cards that you play. You're going to embarrass yourself, that have either like dares or activities or questions or things like that you have to do for points. But the thing is, you get to modify by filling in the blanks. So for example, one says, I've caught you shoplifting. Explain to me why you were stealing, and you fill in the blank. Stealing what? Tampons. I don't know. Whatever. Ice cream. You pick it. You can make it as funny or easy as you want. And I liked that, so this actually replaces Quelf for me. As when you play Quelf, if you play it more than once, you get to know all the cards. It's still fun. But this, I haven't gotten to play it, but I'm going to, because we played Quelf last time, so this time I want to do that. You just want the right group. In Dreams, I've got a whole thing up about it. It's like a solo meditative journey thing where you are working your way through dreams. You craft your own story and your own character. So you create a character in the beginning based on cards you lay out, and then a story, and you just craft a narrative. There's no like winning or losing. You're just telling yourself a story. Nice solo experience. If you're interested in it, I probably won't do it again because I played it a few times. So this is a prototype copy, but I'm pretty sure it's like 95% finished. So if you're interested, let me know. Cool. All right, Expressions I haven't got to play yet. This is a cooperative group game, and I am going to hold on to it. If you are interested in it and you'll get used to it faster than me because you have more group games, let me know, because cooperatively you are trying to read each other's you're trying to lay down the hints. You're not allowed to say it. You lay down the hints of whatever your mood or something like that is by placing cards, and the other people are trying to guess and give you the cards you want. You're trying to give them the cards they want, so you can have the most harmony. So it looks good. I would like to play it, but I am willing, if someone will get it faster, I'm okay with that. The Streets expansion would go with Streets. Boom. And then, not all these have so many small boxes. Don't you worry. This is Mind Your Business expansion. And then Finding Anastasia should be coming from Kickstarter soon. Fill in the game. I told you where that Expressions was sent to me by the publisher. Super cool family, Isaac Myers. I hope to keep seeing what they come out with. All right. I need to get water, so we're gonna pause. Funny habit, when I go to get water, I also change my clothes. Don't ask silly questions. Don't ask silly questions. Okay, let's finish this box up. All right, Cyber Doom Tower I got from Cape Fear Games. One player only. That classic 8-bit art where you are climbing a tower like as this machine thing to fight this machine AI at the very top of the tower. It is a keeper for me. One card dungeon. It is truly one card that you have like dice represent your attack values and dice represent the little enemies. And there are quite a few different levels that you fight through. You climb in levels as you go through. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. That's from Cape Fear Games. Tinder Blocks from Cape Fear Games as well. This is like a 1 to however many people you want. It's more cooperative. It's kind of cooperative and competitive. It's a little bit of both. Anyway, what you're doing is you are building a fire. It's basically Jenga. Like, it's reverse Jenga. It's like reverse Jenga. You're trying to... Yeah, it's reverse Jenga because you're trying to build the fire. You're not trying to tear it down. So you flip a card, it tells you what you have to place. You have to place it with tweezers, and everybody, you either try to work together and everybody wins, or the last person who doesn't knock it over wins. Why was that so hard to explain? It's such a simple game. Oh my goodness. That's a keeper. That will go on the party game shelf. This is for Duffers, a little expansion. It stays right there. And Hunted, the alien one, which is called Mining Colony 415 by Gabe Barrett. This is a 1 to 2 player game. I would argue it's more 1 player. It's cool because it's dexterity. You have to flip these little things in a box, and that determines how much you hit as you're fighting aliens. So it's like the Aliens movie. Basically, you're fighting them going through this colony, so you lay out cards for locations. You have your character with their special abilities and their weapon. Dexterity flips determine whether or not you're successful. You don't like dexterity, it's not your thing. I want the Gabe Barrett version of the solo game of the month things where it's like these little library VHS shapes, so I'm not sure if I'm keeping it or not. I might pass it on. I might keep it. I'm going to put it in possibly passing on. Okay. Hardback, I'm never going to play. Oh, yeah. Hunted Mining Colony, I did not get from Cape Fear Games. I don't know where I got that. I have not a clue. Not a clue. Hardback, I got from Cape Fear Games. I've played it on Tabletopia. I'm honestly never going to get it played. It is actually not a solo game. It is a 2+ player game, like 2 to 4 or 2 to 5, something like that, 2 to 5 players. But it does have a solo cooperative style mode included in the instructions, so it's not listed here, but you can play it solo. It is a letter game, like an advanced Scrabblish thing where you are spelling out, you are creating words in order to gain points. I don't remember that much about it because honestly I'm not going to play it. Even though it's beautiful, it's not going to happen, so it needs to go to someone who will play it. Same exact deal with paperback. I got this also from... Did I get this from Cape Fear Games or Barnes & Noble? I think I actually got this at Barnes & Noble. So, paperback. I haven't played it. I can't say anything about it other than it's the more popular version of hardback. I do enjoy paperback adventures. I'm not going to get this played. This is for 2 to 5 players as well. Maybe it has a solo mode. I don't know. I'm not going to get to it. My 2 Tiny Epic games. I've got Tiny Epic Quest, and I've got Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. And I want to play both of them just because I know that they are such staples in the solo community. With so many games to try out, I I'm afraid I won't get to it. And I'm like, should I just consider myself not versed in this series? So I may trade these on, even though I would like to try them. So I'm not quite ready yet. So I'm going to hold them on my solo shelf. It just depends how complex they are going to be to learn. Last in the box, Gravy Bodega. Detective, City of Angels. We've already talked about it, so I'm not going to go crazy on it. That is a banger, which to me means like a hit song. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, well, what does that mean? I don't really know. I mean it as a term like it's a hit. So, yeah, that stays. And this box, goodbye. We're going to go to the next box. This took a little longer than I thought, so I'm going to have to move faster, but I'm going to cut it into another video. I will see you on the next one. Like, subscribe if you enjoy this. I love you all. I'll see you next time.